Welcome to my creative world. Today we're going to be giving you some step-by-step instructions on how to make some plywood penguin cutouts. These are the perfect decorations for your outdoor holiday display, and we're going to show you how to make them. So to start out, my husband will get his iPad out and draw a picture of what he wants to cut out. And you can do this with any picture that you can find on the internet as well. He's just an artist, and so he really likes to make up his own characters. So you see him on here adding the colors that he wants and getting a basic sketch of what he is going to paint and also the shape of what he is going to be cutting out. Once he's got his image all ready, he saves it onto a flash drive.
Okay, so after we upload the images to our USB, we're going to plug that into our little projector here. Now, this is where this comes in handy. We use this for a ton of different things, but for this, we plug our images in, and then we can kind of put it on the board and see how big we want it, how to mount it to scale. Basically, this is a nice tool to just let us take the image that I drew and put it on the wood. I'm going to use just a normal construction pencil and go through and trace the outside, trace some of the kind of finer details like where the eyes and the mouth are going to be, where the arms are going to be placed, and then from there we'll go to the cutout.
Next, he's drilling some holes so that he can fit his jigsaw in and cut out the shape that he's traced. This year we decided that we wanted to make an ice skate rink. So we are cutting out a couple of penguins to go along with this ice skate rink that we have already cut out. And if you want to see that video, it's already posted on our channel. Right now you see my husband cutting out this gingerbread man, and he is going to be all tangled up in lights hanging upside down off the roof, and you'll be able to see this in this video as well. Hey guys, so right now I am just working on sanding down the penguins and just getting all the edges smooth so I can paint them next with the top coat. And before we paint each of our plywood projects, we add a couple of coats of this exterior primer on to ensure that it's more weatherized and ready for receiving some colors. We paint on the stencil side and you can see through it after it dries all the way. Alright, so now we just taped where we're not going to be spray painting with the black color. blackish gray color. And we're gonna go spray paint it. Now we're just applying the first coat. This is going to be our gingerbread who's tied up in lights falling off of the house. We're just taking a gingerbread color and spray painting it on. So I didn't get this on the penguin, so I'm showing you a couple of his other characters, but he took this black paint marker and he went around all the borders of the characters and kind of referenced from his original image to do exactly what it looks like. And for these projects, we just do acrylic paint, but then before we put them outside, we top them with an outdoor clear protectant to make sure that it all seals in. And you can just find that in the spray paint aisle.
So we're using these smaller screws with the flatter head here, because we don't want screws going through our penguin or any of our props. So it's just big enough.
And you're using a bracket.
Yep, L bracket, 90-degree angle. So one. See, the nice thing about having just one screw, you can move these and tilt these as you needed. We're going to be using some longer coated wood screws to really keep them down in this. So one. There we go.
And our penguin is on the ice skating rink. Now it's time to go get the other one ready. Today, Tyler put up our hanging gingerbread man. We're going to talk about how we did this, or how he did this.
So it was actually really simple. We just took a 2x4 and we put it up in our gutter, and our gutter has these little brackets that are holding the gutter up. And basically the 2x4 slips underneath, and it's a good weight, and it locks in there. So right here we have this 2x4 that's locked in place right here. And I just put some screws kind of in here to really keep it tucked in. And then this penguin guy we have right here, he's strapped down the same way that our other one is. Over on the ice, just use some 90-degree L brackets. Some bigger screws for the base, some of the short screws to put it into him. And then for the gingerbread man, we ended up putting a screw here and a screw here, and we're using some really hefty wire. Basically, you can take 2 strands, put it in a drill, and weave it together to give it some extra strength. Then on the back here, we just kind of have it running along the back side of him. And to hook the gingerbread man up, we took some screws, put them in the 2x4, took this wire and weaved it together. We use a drill to do that, and basically it just creates this really strong cord that we can hang him from. Took that wire that's coming out of the gutter, and we wrapped it around 2 screws that are here in the back, and then we took a couple staples just to make sure that it wasn't flopping one way or the other. It's nice and secure. And then took some of the extra Christmas lights and just wrapped it around him and then stapled those down. Away with the wire, even if it gets super windy, he's not going anywhere.
Oh, that's awesome. And Tyler came up with this concept of a hanging gingerbread. And look who's the culprit.
Another funny hanging one that we'll see if we get to it this year. If not,
It'll be next year.
Probably next year. I want to do another gingerbread man instead of hanging upside down. I want him climbing some lights like rope, wearing lederhosen like he's hiking the Alps.
Oh, awesome. We'll show you what it looks like in the night.
Yes, that's what
with the lights. Here it is. Look at him. So cute. He looks so good. Look at that, you guys. We're gonna probably get a little spotlight for the penguin up there because he's in trouble.
We'll probably do 2 brackets.
Oh my goodness, you guys, look. We're just getting the last penguin up here, or the next penguin, I should say.
We're gonna do 2 brackets. He's got a lot of weight hanging on the 1 foot.
Oh, he's just gonna be hanging on 1 foot, so 2 brackets are going on. Little L brackets.
Yep, 2 more of the 90-degree.
Yeah, because it does get windy sometimes. Yeah, that's really cute. And I think there's plenty of room. Simple as that, you guys. And then we have a working ice skating rink. We just need to fill in a few more lights right here. We're gonna get those tomorrow. We just need like 50 more lights. That is so cute. There we go, you guys. The penguins. They're set up. I think it turned out great. I really like the 2 strands of lights going around and then just leaving the middle bare for this one. That is so fun. They are so cute! Don't go on it.
I love them!
I like the red bow. I like that one.
Oh,
So
they're
cute.
so cute!
Oh, I got the roses.
This is literally the North Pole right here. This little area, this is all the North Pole.
Yeah.
That is part of the North Pole, but the Gingerbread Man, you know what I mean. We got the nice little Christmas tree. A few days it snowed, and when it snows again, it's gonna look even better.
All right, we put in those last lights and it's fully finished. Oh my goodness, I love how it turned out. You did so good, Ty. So yeah, the penguins are up and it's looking pretty good. I think eventually we might have another penguin or something right in the middle.
Oh, we're gonna have a bunch of penguins.
A ton of penguins
We're
just
gonna have a lot more penguins.
we're gonna have just like a ton of penguins hanging around.
We're gonna have
So
the 3 distinct set of characters: the penguins, the gingerbread, and the yetis.
yeah. Unless we create some more, but
I think we'll stick with 3 right now.
penguins are good.
And that is how you make plywood penguin cutouts. Thanks for watching this video. Let us know if you liked this video in the comments below, and go ahead and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this.